so much for having me tonight. I'm thrilled to be in a room with extraordinary people that care about doing great things for the planet, great things for the world, great things for our country and business, and it not be a political event, because I'm really tired of those right now. But tonight is a really special evening. The fact that the FPA, does everyone know how many years? 99 years this organization has been thriving, which means next year for the centennial, this is going to be like a throwdown, blowout, wild party. But tonight, for the financial services dinner, we are honoring not just great business people, but the specific vertical of corporate social responsibility. 10, 15 years ago, that was a term people weren't familiar with. Now we have CEOs and founders that have corporate social responsibility deeply rooted in the mission of their companies, and it is the only way we can truly build great capitalism and thrive. So thank you so much to everyone in this room for all that you do, for being what you do during the day, what you do in your free time, and being here tonight. Corporate partnerships mean everything to an organization like this. But for tonight, there's 4 specific people that are being honored. 4 people from 4 companies. I mean, when the person presenting the award is a guy like Larry Fink, when Larry Fink is your Vanna White, you've kind of won at life. You've kind of won. Just saying. For those of you who are new to the FPA, I'd like to do a little selling for my employer, NBC. NBC and my colleague and hero, Tom Brokaw, put a little video together of the history of this organization, so I hope you enjoy it.
The year was 1918. The Great War was ending. Much of the world was cheering for America. The world was forever changed, but how to be certain it would be changed for the good? Paul Kellogg gathered the best and the brightest of the time in New York. A Nobel Prize winner, a Pulitzer Prize winner, leaders in academia, they were scholars and journalists. Their goal to somehow be a force for developing awareness, understanding, and informed opinion on U.S. foreign policy and global issues. They had, in effect, created what would become an enduring global town hall. So, naturally, each meeting focused on chaos, crisis, and conflict, what to do about it, how to avoid it. In 1943, Franklin Delano Roosevelt recognized the FPA's achievements. He wrote, "The Foreign Policy Association is performing a high duty and facilitating the lucid presentation of the facts of world problems and their impact on the United States." 12 years later, in 1954, the FPA created what would become its signature accomplishment, the renowned Great Decisions Program. Each year, the group frames the most critical foreign policy questions facing America and the world in the coming year. The Foreign Policy Association remains today one of the most critical, independent voices in global affairs. Through its balanced, nonpartisan programs and publications, the FPA encourages citizens to discover, discuss, and decide which direction for U.S. foreign policy. Millions of concerned citizens have participated in Great Decisions programs, caucusing in community centers, schools, and libraries across the country to share ideas on global issues. The Great Decisions television series on PBS is beamed into households nationwide, where viewers can watch experts shed light on issues from peace and security to American diplomacy and global conflict.
Foreign policy is actually not foreign, and it is very much connected to every American's daily life.
It is crucial for our democracy that our citizens understand what our challenges are.
We can either choose to deliberately influence the shape of international events, or we can sit on the sidelines and let someone else shape those events.
We have to study. We have to listen carefully. We have to be critical in our judgments about what we hear.
There is not any issue that happens abroad that doesn't affect Americans directly.
A kind of global commons has been created in security and economic terms, and the United States has taken the leading role in creating it.
The ultimate test is to move our society from where it is to where it has never been. And that requires the participation of informed, committed, and concerned citizens.
A lot of people don't realize that the final arbiter of policy in our democracy is the will of the American people.
We're counting on you to tell the leaders of your country what you want to see happen with the foreign policy of the United States of America.
With more countries facing common challenges, we have the chance and the profound responsibility to exercise American leadership to solve our problems, and wherever we can, in concert with others.
In New York City, the FPA continues to attract world leaders to engage its forums. From Henry Kissinger to Bill Clinton, Colin Powell to Kofi Annan. And online, FPA.org takes the association's programs worldwide, spearheading the way into a new global forum, the Digital Town Hall. As a new generation of American leaders emerge, the world they will inherit is filled with challenges: global poverty, terrorism, climate change, nuclear proliferation. All will require an engaged and educated American public. All will require great decisions. The Foreign Policy Association has long operated under the mantra that in a democracy, agreement isn't essential, but participation is. The FPA thanks you for your support and, more importantly, your participation, now and into the future.
When you watch that video, you are reminded how important the mission of the FPA is now more than ever. So thank you so much for having me here tonight. And on behalf of the president of the FPA, Noel Latif, and chairwoman Dame Jill Sackler, thank you so much for coming, and we welcome you. And I just want to acknowledge the 4 honorees tonight, because what an honor it is. Dominic Barton of McKinsey, thank you so much. Niti Bala of Liberty Mutual. Carlo Messina of Intesa. And Daniel Ryan of Hedrick and Struggles. Thank you so much. Enjoy your first course.